How's it going, everyone? Vintage Vinny here, and I have a little Goodwill, thrift store, eBay haul to share with you. A lot of the items that I'm going to be showing you all today are coming from eBay. Haven't been out thrifting as much, so I'm not finding as many vintage items as I would like. So I've been turning to eBay, and I'm just looking around seeing what kind of good deals I can find on stuff that I've been wanting for a while. Before I start, though, today, I want to ask all of you, are any of you into the whole fidget spinner phase? Like, I kind of bought one just to see, like, what the heck was up with these things and why they're so popular. And, you know, at first I was kind of like, why did I buy this thing? But now I catch myself playing with them all the time. I got this one at Ollie's when I had a 15% off coupon, so I paid about like $3.74 for them. You can find them at Home Goods, you can find them at TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I'm sure Burlington Coat Factory has them. Ross probably might have them too. Ollie's, any discount retailer I'm sure has them. Even Target has them in their little, what's that spot called when you first walk in? It's like the little area where things are like less than $5, or maybe even $5 or less. What's it called? Dollar Spot or Bullseye's Playground or something like that. So yeah, I kind of got into this. I find it very relieving. All I can do is just go, and you can watch it spin really, really, really fast. I don't understand what is up with these things or why they're so popular, but I like it. I didn't think I would, but I really, really like it. So that's my little rant about that. So let's get right into the haul video. Again, not a whole lot of stuff, but what I did find I'm pretty satisfied with, and I got them for some really good deals. I guess the very first thing that I'll show you all is this really, really cool vintage tiki mug. It is stamped on the bottom. I don't know how well you all will be able to see it, but it does say Japan. The ones that do pretty well, like the ones that collectors are looking for in terms of vintage, are the ones that say Orchids of Hawaii, Japan. I had one of those that I bought maybe about 2 years ago. I think I paid maybe $1, $1.50 for it, and I sold it for probably $9 or $10. Again, it's all about desirability and who really, really wants it. So my Goodwill is having a sale right now for anybody who's a rewards member. And if you are a rewards member, you get 20% off all goods, at least this summer anyway, in my area. So I really only paid 79 cents for this. It does say Luau Hut at the bottom. I looked this one up. Not really profitable, I guess you could say, or not like I'm going to get $30, $40 for it. If I put it up for maybe $15 or best offer, I might get $10, $12. But for a 79-cent investment, I felt that that was a really good deal. And again, it's all about desirability or who's really looking for it. So I thought for 79 cents, that was a pretty darn good pickup. Okay, and I went to Unique, which is kind of far away, but sometimes I manage to score there, and this time I managed to do pretty darn well. If you follow me on Instagram under Vintage Vinny or VinnyMac in 1995, it's linked below in case you're interested, I managed to find these really, really cool Salem mid-century modern dishes in the pattern called Northern Star. This one has some crazing in it. I don't know how well you all will be able to see, but I was kind of disappointed about that. But you know, it is old. It's not like it's a new plate and it's got crazing in it. So, as you can see, I thought it was $7.99 for 8 dishes, and I thought that was a really good price. But then it comes down to the fact that I had to pay $7.99 for 4 dishes, which is still not bad because that's $2 a plate. But I was really, really hoping that I would get $7.99 or 8 dishes for $7.99. But I'm not going to stress it because I really, really like the pattern on them. So $2 a plate was not too much to ask, especially even though it seemed like a lot. But if you piece it out, it makes you feel better about paying the bigger price. At least that's what I think. Oh, did I show you guys the back? I'm sorry. Let's see if it'll focus on there so you guys can see there. It says Salem Oven Proof, and I think that's a number 2. I wonder if it's on all of them. This one's got a star and a Y. I don't really know what that means. Let me know in the comments below if you do. So that was an awesome find. So now let's get into the eBay stuff. So I don't have very much again, but what I did get I'm really, really happy about. So my very first piece that I managed to get, which I also posted on my Instagram, was this 1935 Coca-Cola serving tray featuring the MGM star Madge Evans. From 1933 to 1935, Coke recognized all of the great stars of the 1930s, well, at least 4 of them anyway. Starting in 1933, Coca-Cola featured a tray with Frances D. She's in a blue bathing suit, and I think she's sitting on a wall with a bottle of Coke in her hand. In 1934, Coke issued a tray featuring Tarzan and Jane, a.k.a. Johnny Weissmuller and Maureen O'Sullivan. And then the last tray that they produced featuring a celebrity on them, unless the menu girl has actress Jane Wyman on it, but I haven't done much research on that. So the last tray featuring a known celebrity of the 30s was 1935, featuring Madge Evans. I gave $40 to someone for this, which is not a bad price, and it's in pretty good shape, as you can see. Like, the picture's pretty clear, which is really all I want with these trays. So I didn't think $40 was too much to ask, and I've been trying to get one of these for a while, so what the hey, that's not too much to ask, right? Alright, this next lot of items I managed to pay $35 for. There are 3 of them, so that comes down to $11.66 a piece, which, for what I'm about to show you, is a pretty darn good deal. So, I'm just scrolling through pinup calendars, because you all know I love the pinup of that era, you know, the 40s and the 50s. And I managed to swipe 3 of them for $35. So the first one, and the oldest one of the lot, is the 1948 Pettygirl calendar. I actually had the 1947 one, so this was kind of cool to find the one that was from a year later. It does have the original sleeve, which is kind of hard to get because, you know, they were thrown away once they came out of the sleeve. So I'm probably going to either frame that or I'm going to put it in a sheet protector and throw it in the book that I have. So we're going to go through each of the little pages first. So this is Miss January. Is there a caption or anything? Nope. So I gotta be real careful because these things are in really good condition for their age. Alright, so here's Miss February. See what I mean? Miss March. Miss April. Miss May, that kind of looks like Betty Grable a little bit. Miss May, I think this is. Oh, sorry, June. Miss July. Ooh. Miss August. Miss September. Miss October. Let me zoom in a little bit, maybe that'll be better. Miss November. And last but not least for this calendar, Miss December. So I didn't think that was too much to ask. And again, when you piece it out at $11.66, that's not bad because I see people trying to ask just $25 or $30 for one calendar page. And I'm thinking, what the hell? Pardon my French, but it's true. Like, if you're going to sell the whole calendar and you have the whole thing complete, sell the whole thing complete. You'll get more money for it. Someone out there will buy a calendar that's incomplete, especially if it's a good price. For example, do you guys remember that Coca-Cola calendar that I bought not too long ago for $30? It's missing the last page, but I've been wanting that calendar for so long, I gave them $30 because piece it out, there were 5 pages. That's about, I think, $6 a piece, and that's not too much. So that was 1947. Alright, or 1948, I'm sorry. This one is from 1950. Again, this one I was kind of hoping would be a Petty or even a Vargas or Esquire. This one is from a guy named Al Moore, and it's written right here. I don't know how well you all will be able to see that. Let's see if it'll zoom in. There we go, Al Moore. So we got Miss January here. Here's Miss February. I'm going to try my best to do this because this is very fragile paper. Here is Miss March. Miss April. Miss May. Miss June. Miss July. Miss August. Miss September. Miss October. I really like that. I might post that for Halloween on Instagram. Miss November. This one kind of reminds me of Doris Mayday. Do you all know who that is? She was on TLC's My Crazy Obsession. She was crazy about the 1950s. I also follow her on Instagram, and she always dresses like a pinup girl from the 40s and the 50s. I think that's pretty cool. And then we have Miss December for 1950. So I thought that was another cool one. Again, for $11.66, how could I go wrong with that? Alright, what else do we got here? This one is from January 1951. This is Miss January. And this one's laminated, which is kind of weird. Here is Miss February 1951. Again, it looks like Doris Mayday. Here is Miss March 1951. Here is, again, another Doris Mayday lookalike. I may have to snap a few pictures of these and just send them to her on Instagram, like a private message, just to show her that she does look like those girls from that time period. Here's Miss May. Again, these pages are very fragile. I gotta be really careful with them. One of them is separated, so that's Miss May. I'm gonna be careful with these guys, sorry. Miss July, 1951. Miss August, or sorry, this is June. And here's August. September. Miss October. Miss November. And this is Miss December. So that's all the calendars that I've managed to pick up for a really good price, and I think I just pulled some of the pages out. But no biggie, because like I said, they were a really good price. I think one of the pages was loose. Oh, it was Miss June that was loose, but that's alright. I'll just put that back in there real quick, and then I'll get back to the video. Alright, now that we've covered the pinup calendars, which I apologize took quite a while, I managed to get this another awesome deal that I didn't think I was going to get because of obvious reasons. So, I know you all know that I'm not really crazy about reproductions, and I usually find them to be very tacky and a waste of material. But I managed to swipe these 4 actually 6 of them. These go from the year 1972 all the way to 1973. And they're reproductions of, I don't know, this one's probably from the 80s. I have an original one of these, the 1906 or 1907 girl. The Hamilton girl, I don't have an original one of these yet, so I'm looking to get that. And then the original 1914, another reproduction. Now that's not the reason why I bought these trays here. In that lot were 2 of these. I'll do a close up for you so you can see. Guess my camera doesn't want to focus. Guess my camera doesn't want to focus. At least I don't think it did. Anyway, the reason that I bought that lot was because these two trays right here are authentic 1916 trays. And can you all guess how much I paid for that entire lot? 2 originals and then the 4 repros. Excuse me, I got some dust flying around in here. Y'all give up? I paid about $11.50. Let me check my phone real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I paid $11.50 for the 6 of those. So that comes out to about $1.91 a piece. I'm going to be selling this one because this one's got a little bit of a minor flaw to it. So I'm going to be keeping the one that's in better condition, which is this one right here. Now, I was thinking about either trying to resell the reproductions, not on eBay, but maybe take them to a flea market or something like that. But my mom suggested that I keep these and, you know, use them as like a reference or, you know, to teach somebody, hey, this is what you need to look for when you're looking for originals or what you're looking for when you look for reproductions. And since I actually have the authentic one of these, I'll do a little, you know, a little tutorial for you. Alright, now you all can tell that this is a reproduction. I mean, if you can tell, the graphics are pretty fuzzy. Let's see if it'll focus for me. Or if it decides not to focus. My camera's not acting very well today, guys. Sorry. So, as you can see, the trademark, while very small, is underneath Coca-Cola. I wish this thing would focus. I really do. Well, there we go. See, it's a very fuzzy graphic. And here's the original. Very, very pretty and very, very clean, very bright and vibrant. And it's very, very faint and kind of faded, but on the line right down here is Passaic Metalware Company in Passaic, New Jersey. The reproduction will not have that. And let me see if it's in here. Yeah, very, very faintly. Where Coca-Cola is, the trademark is in the tail of the sea, as I've always said. So you can definitely tell a difference between these two. I mean, can you? Because I definitely can. So if you ever see these out there and you find one that looks like this, and you think it's original based on what I just told you, snatch it if they're only asking a few bucks. Let me tell you something. I don't know how long ago it was, but I got an original one of these, but it was kind of beat up, you know, not in the best shape. And a woman charged me 50 cents for it because she just thought it was either some junk or she didn't think it was old. So I got an original one of these for 50 cents. So on that note, that's pretty much everything I have for you. And I do apologize. We're about 19 minutes into this video. Again, let me know in the comments below what you think I should do. Should I really hold on to the reproduction trays or should I try to sell them? Or do you think they'd be a good material to use for teaching? Because again, I only paid $1.91 a piece for them. Because I personally think that I might be able to use these as educated material. And I might try to get some other reproductions too, that way you all know what to look for with the larger reproduction trays, but I have to get them cheap. I'm not going to spend $20 on a reproduction. So let me know about that in the comments below. And that's everything I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Interested in following me on other social media? All that's linked down below, along with the Facebook groups that I'm a part of. All that's down there. And thank you all for watching.